Welcome back to Healing Oaths. This is Brielle, and we're here with the message for Aquarius for the 29th of October, for the 28th of October 2020. And we have had a message previously with about making sure we're going in the right direction, and if not, or we realize it, we turn around and directly or immediately, and if it's somebody else we notice going in the wrong direction, we should assist them immediately. And before that, we were asked to look at all sides of things to compare things, but we were also given then plan B, just in case the decision was not exactly the correct one. With the Celtic Oracle today, we'll get a further message for Aquarius, and we are going to see what Spirit has to say today. And let me know how things are, if it was you, if it was somebody else, or maybe you made a decision and the decision was right. So the message of warning or the plan B message from Spirit wasn't exactly necessary. Let me know in the comments below how things are going, and if this was something that has to do with you, or maybe it wasn't for you, maybe it was for somebody else, maybe it was for only one person. And that was such a strong message. I have a feeling that it was maybe a limited message or a more limited message. But anyway, I think it's always good to look at every side of everything, and also to reach out to help those who need help instead of watching them have difficulty. Being compassionate and caring for others. It's always a good thing. So let's see, the 28th. What is our message from Spirit for Aquarius for the 28th? The Mound of Wonders. Again, this is a recent card that I've had. Yeah, recently in a reading. I'm not sure if it was for Aquarius, but let's see what it says. The Mound of Wonders. We're seeing that the Mound of Wonders tells us that there's a green mound here with an arched doorway in its side, from which a stream streams forth rays of light as though the sun were rising within it. This is the realm of earth and inner earth. Gives a firm foundation from which to begin any exploration of the worlds, especially those which lack a strongly grounded dimension. Okay. So this card is letting us know I'm just reading through here because there's some information about some of the Celtic deities. Okay, it says the background is in a fascinating, and I don't have the pronunciation for these words, but in a fascinating Magian story of Pewel, Prince of Defid, we find the following account. Once upon a time, Pewel was at Narbeth, his chief palace, where a great feast had been prepared for him, and after the meal, he arose to walk, and he went to the top of a mound that was above the palace, and this place was called Garsed Arberth. Lord, said one of the court, it is peculiar to the mound that whosoever sits upon it cannot go hence without either receiving wounds or blows, or else seeing a wonder. I fear not to receive wounds or blows in the midst of such a host as this, but as to the wonder, gladly would I see it. I will therefore go and sit upon the mound. So he got a warning. There was a mound nearby that was a magical mound, and somebody warned him not to sit on it. He said that he's not afraid of receiving wounds or blows, but he would really appreciate seeing the wonder. So when he had been sitting on this mound for a while, he saw a beautiful woman on a horse riding by. And when he pursued her, he rode as fast as he could. She would ride faster. And then he called out to her to wait. She did so. She was Rhiannon, and they were destined to meet. This is a typical result of sitting on one of the Mounds of Wonders, or as they're called in Irish tradition, seed or seed. These are the hollow hills of the Celtic and fairy tradition, in which the wondrous folk of the other world dwell. To visit one and sit on lie upon it invites more than wonders. It is to desire admission into the realms of the lordly ones, the fair folk, the mothers, to name but three of their many titles. It is also a way into the heart of the element of earth itself, into the body of the primal mother who gave us life, and to whom we return our flesh and bones and at death. So this says that we should travel out into nature. If we find one of these hollow hills, knock on the door which opens in the hillside and ask for entry into the world of inner earth. Call to your totem or empower to guide you through and back from this realm. So this is reminding us that going out into nature can link us with other realms and also bring us blessings, because we can see here this young man, Powell, met Rhiannon, and they were destined to meet. She was the one he was destined to meet, but he had to go out into nature and spend a while there, and he then was able to see her come along, and something was brought into his life, a blessing was brought into his life. So this speaks of us spending time out in nature and that bringing to us blessings. And not to be afraid also, maybe even to go to, which sounds like this is telling me, maybe to even a more remote area. Of course, with care. You see that Powell had somebody with him. So with care, go into maybe a little bit more remote area, find something that looks unusual, or maybe like a mound or a hill, something that is special, and engage with nature, and blessings will be brought to you. So that's the message for today for the collective from Spirit for the 28th of October 2020. Have a beautiful day. Check us out below, the information that we have there in our description box. Visit us on Instagram, and have a day filled with health, love, happiness, peace, and prosperity. Thank you. Goodbye.